Why did I want to make this video is the question. And honestly, I feel like I want to make this video for a ton of different reasons, but the biggest one is I do not think that the average person, or even someone who's only been in boxing for a while, can really understand all the stress and all the, I don't want to call it trouble, but all the external things that boxing brings into your life. You hear it all the time that boxing is a lifestyle, and when I tell you that boxing is a lifestyle, I mean that wholeheartedly. What you eat, what you're doing outside the gym, what you're doing in the gym, how often you're running, how much are you sleeping, how much water you're drinking, it all plays a factor. I know people who have missed birthday parties, have missed graduations, have missed funerals, have missed a lot to go to an event or because they had sparring, and it's costed people relationships, it's costed people friendships. It's a lot. And honestly, the hardest part about boxing isn't the sparring, it isn't the weight cuts, it's not eating like a rabbit. I mean, yes, all that sucks. It's boxing, it's not supposed to be easy. But the hardest part is the mental toll that it really takes on people, including myself. There are some days where I really don't understand how my roommates or my girlfriend can deal with me, because maybe I have a bad sparring session and I'm stressed out, or I'm sad because I feel like I'm not performing enough. Maybe it's that I'm hungry because I'm cutting weight and I'm dropping down from almost like 140 pounds down to 125, under 125 at some events, just because I love the sport and I'm putting myself through that. And it's not something that nobody's making me do or somebody's forcing me to do. It's something that I want to do, but there are just things that come with that. And what makes it even harder for a lot of people, including myself, is the fact that you gotta lose weight, you gotta train, you gotta do this, that, you gotta run, you gotta sleep, you gotta do all this to make a dream work while still living, or not even living, just going through normal stuff in life, whether that's relationship problems or financial problems or whatever. You know, life is life. Everybody has different stuff they're going through. And what a lot of people don't seem to realize is, for an amateur boxer like myself, I'm still working. It's not like for an amateur boxer or a low-level pro that you just get to quit your job, box full-time, and you're good. I still got bills to pay. I still got people I need to take care of. I still got dreams. I still got aspirations I'm trying to work toward. But sometimes those things interfere. A lot of people that might drive trucks, that might do construction, and it takes a lot. Like, if I work a 12-hour shift at a construction site or driving a truck, do you think the first thing I want to do is come to the gym and work out and get my face hit and beat up and bruised? No, that's not what I want to do. But a lot of people would do it because they love the sport. And yes, there's going to be bad days of training and sparring and fighting and whatever. But when you really want something, you feel like you can't have those bad days. So the mind plays tricks on you, letting you know, like, hey, we got to figure something out right now. And for myself, I have like crazy anxiety. So those thoughts only run deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper the more that I don't act on it. And a lot of boxers have the same thing. A lot of boxers do have mental illnesses. They just don't talk about it because that's the sign of a weakness from a man, which is just completely not true. Because no matter what's going on in your head or in the gym, you're still going to have to deal with the life on the outside of the gym. And for a lot of people, that's the worst part about boxing. There's a life outside of the gym. And they find boxing as an escape. And I know a lot of you guys can't relate to this, but I'm sure a few of you guys can. For me, at least, I'm in the public eye. So if you don't know, I got about 55,000 followers on TikTok. We're growing on YouTube. We got about 25,000 on Instagram. I work with a bunch of brands. And for me in the public eye, it's like, not only am I doing this for me, now I have people who believe in me and I'm doing it for them. And for me, that's just something I keep in the back of my head every training session, every sparring session, every fight. And that's just one of them. There's so much more between, for a lot of you guys that probably can relate, doing something to make your family proud, or setting up your kids and your future wife and your future life and your grandkids for financial success. That's another thing. it's a lot of stuff in your head that's gonna go through your mind when you're trying to box. But I feel like it's a good thing as well because it motivates you. It makes you want to do better. It makes you train harder. It makes you hungry. It makes you hungry to succeed. And you could look at it two ways. You could look at all the bad stuff, and you could look at all the things you think in the back of your head as a bad thing or a good thing. And I feel like it can be both, honestly. It's bad in the sense that you feel all the weight on your shoulders, and that sometimes your mood will change, or sometimes you will be a little bit more agitated because you're cutting weight, which happens a lot, or because you had a bad sparring session or a bad day. But in that same breath, I feel like you should always be proud of yourself for trying to get better, push towards your goals. I feel like there's always light at the tunnel because, once again, no one's forcing you to box. No one's forcing me to box. We do it because we love it. It's something that we love to do. It's something that we chose to do. And at the end of the day, it causes more good than bad. However, the point of this video is I just want you guys to see or hear what goes on in the back of a boxer's head. Because I don't think I've ever seen it where a boxer really came out and sat down and said, hey, there's gonna be days where you want to quit. There's gonna be days where you do not like yourself. There's gonna be days where you feel like you're not doing enough. There's gonna be days where you break down and you cry. There's gonna be days where you think about quitting, but you really love it, so you won't. But to end the video, all I want to say to you guys is, whether you're a beginner boxer, whether you're a couple weeks in, a year in, 20 fights in, it will get tough. There's going to be those tough times, and I'm sure some of you guys have already experienced those tough times. But at the end of the day, there's always light at the tunnel. Whether that's somebody at the gym just doing something stupid and making you laugh, whether that's having a good sparring session, having a good day, whether that's having a good meal, having a good night's sleep, whether that's playing with your dog, whatever, talking to your girlfriend, whatever. There's always going to be light at the end of the tunnel. And yes, you might have a bad sparring session or a bad training session or a bad fight, but something I've always learned to realize is there's going to be good days as well. There's going to be good sparring sessions, good training sessions, good fights. But what happens is your brain thinks about the bad stuff. That's just what happens. Because you want to fix it, and you want to be good, and you know you want to be good. But you are good. So I just want to leave you on that note. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share it to somebody. Tell somebody you love them. Don't let nobody ruin your day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, damn.